Hey, it's a great day. I'm Mike Current, Energizer, and today is day 33 on the Appalachian Trail. Yeah, so let's do this. So for today, after having a great zero in Damascus yesterday and an incredible breakfast at the diner this morning, heading back out of the town, back on the trail. Yeah, it's about 4 days to our next resupply point. So just looking to make miles, enjoy the trail. It's gonna be a great day. I weighed my pack at the Broken Fiddle this morning. Came to 25 pounds fully loaded, water, 4 days worth of food. I probably got more food than I really need. I'm still in CDT mode as far as food, so I'm always bringing food into town, and I got to get into AT mode when it comes to food on this trail. But yeah, it still only came to 25 pounds. Which, based on the resupply between now and really Maine, that should be the most my backpack weighs from here on out. So, yeah, feeling pretty good about that. There's a old road or trail, I think it's the old rail line right below me, but this is the second part here that looks like it was damaged, either from Helene or a previous flooding. There are 3 milestones on the Appalachian Trail in the first quarter of the trail. And they're big, they're significant. First one happens at Neal's Gap Mountain Crossings, mile marker 31. About 10 to 25% of each thru-hiking class quits by that point. That's a lot, you know, but they get on the trail and they say, hey, this is not for me. So that's mile marker 31. Passing that's a big deal. The next one is mile marker 109, 110 at Franklin, North Carolina. That's the first real town you get to in the first 100 miles that you're doing on the trail. And, you know, give credit where credit is due. And besides the water issue on the Pacific Crest Trail and the Continental Divide Trail, those true trails allow you to ease into the mileage for the first 100 miles. Not so on the AT. Georgia beats you into submission. It's a rough way to start a through hike. It really is. And so people that make it to Franklin, either again, they say, this is it, I'm done doing this, or if they've got what it takes, they continue on. And then the third big milestone, of course, is Damascus. Mile marker 471. Person hits Damascus, it's kind of like the end of the freshman year in college. You've made it. You know, and all the initial talk about what's your base weight and what are you carrying and your equipment and all that, nobody ever cares after that. Because whatever you're doing, it's working for you. You've made it that far. So it is a huge, huge milestone for through hikers to get to. Now, that doesn't mean they're going to make it all the way, but their odds have significantly increased. Three things that still can get a through hiker is the mental grind, just having to go day after day after day for months doing miles on trail. That can get to people. Also, injury, of course. You know, 5 million steps, something can happen. Any of those 5 million steps. And then the last thing is money. Running out of money before you run out of miles. So those are the three things that'll get a person after Damascus. But everybody that is on the trail after Damascus, when you meet a through hiker, you know they're serious. They're here to play. Still making my way back into the hills, going up out of Damascus, but clouds are coming in, starting to spit a little bit, so might be in for some weather. The rhododendrons are in bloom. Very pretty lining the trail. It's raining. All good. Nice little pond right here. It stopped raining, at least for now. This is the Virginia Creeper Trail, the one that was damaged, and I showed earlier. Gonna walk along it for a bit. From what I can recall, the Virginia Creeper Trail is a very popular mountain bike trail, and some of the businesses in Damascus, you know, they rent bikes and they kind of rely on that business. But with those two areas washed out, that probably affects the number of people that are going to be coming here and using the trail. And one of the employees at one of the establishments said that it might even affect trail days, because, you know, although we want to think everyone's coming for the Appalachian Trail, other people come for this trail and for other reasons. So that might affect the numbers at trail days. Yep, old rail line. Continuing to follow the Creeper Trail. Coming up on one of the bridges on the Creeper Trail, and this bridge looks, yeah, nice. Of course, it's really high up off the river, so it seems to have been protected. Now off the Creeper Trail, back on just the Appalachian Trail. Look at that beautiful bridge I just came over. Another area of the Appalachian Trail where a bunch of trees came down and had to be cleared from the trail to make it passable. Tailing. How wicked. It just started. Tailing. Last night when Duracell was doing a map recon, he was saying that that was probably where we were going to stay tonight, at that mark. Since he's not there, and the people there haven't seen him, he must have pushed on. So, yeah, don't know how far, but we're about to find out. How'd you get behind me?
There was a road that looked like it kept going, and it did. But I didn't see the white blazes on the left-hand side.
Oh, Creeper Trail.
Creeper Trail.
It's been raining pretty good for the last hour. And everything's getting wet. Closing out day 33. I'm doing this the following morning because we got to the tent site and there were about a half a dozen tents there. It was still raining, so we set up our tents, got inside, and at that point everybody can hear what everybody else is doing. I didn't want to close it out and have all these strangers listening to me. So when Duracell got to the trail junction initially with the Creeper Trail and the Appalachian Trail, he blew right past it. Now it looks easy on the video, well, because, you know, I made it that way, but it's not. I could easily see how it was a really nice trail. There was a bridge, another bridge coming up. I could see how he would just go, hey, I'm just pressing on, until he looked at the map. So that was a mistake on his part. My mistake, and it was a big mistake, is when I got to the shelter and he wasn't there, I had assumed he had just pushed on and he wasn't behind me. And so, yeah, I shouldn't have done that. I should have stayed at the shelter and waited to see what was going on, since that was the rally point. And so we talked about it this morning, cleared up our communication, and yeah, hopefully that won't happen again. But otherwise, you know, besides the rain, it was a great day walking. See you tomorrow.